Hello, my name is Riley Grove, and today we'll be doing case study 2, Relational Dialectical Theory in the Big Bang Theory. So the specific part of the theory that I want to get to is specifically the relational dialectical tensions. So those being autonomy versus connection, novelty versus predictability, and openness versus closedness. Those are the three kinds of tensions. And you can see all of those in the episode itself. Specifically, autonomy versus connection with Penny and Leonard's relationship, novelty versus predictability in Penny trying to date different kinds of guys, and openness versus closedness, whether Leonard should ask Penny out or not. So the episode begins with Penny yelling at her new ex-boyfriend, showing that she is officially single. Leonard goes to comfort her with no intention of asking her out, but ends up feeling that he should, as she keeps talking about dating different kinds of guys who are nice and smart, as opposed to macho men that she's been trying to date. At the beginning, when Leonard goes to comfort her, she wants nothing to do with it, and asks him to leave her alone as she stuffs her face with ice cream and whipped cream. This desired autonomy is a small portion of their relationship that represents the idea that to Leonard, Penny would never date someone like him, and his sole intention to make her feel better, and his sole intention is to make her feel better as a friend, right? As the episode continues, however, the desire to try and ask her out wins out, and so he does. She says yes, but eventually throughout the second part of the episode, she has reservations, and he has reservations about their choice to ask each other out, and they ask Sheldon for advice. So the autonomy versus connection is specifically having to deal with, there's a physical portion of this where Penny at the beginning, when Leonard tries to comfort her, is saying, go away, I don't want to talk to you, whatever. So there's that physical representation of it, but then there's also the actual emotional part where they end up having to figure out the actual connection with each other in their potential romantic relationship. The second tension is novelty versus predictability, and you can see this with Penny wanting to date a different kind of guy, aka Leonard. So, for example, Penny tells Leonard, while she cries about her breakup with Mike, that she's done with those kinds of guys. She says that she might want to try to date nice, honest, and smart guys instead. This is an example of novelty versus predictability. The decision and the idea to choose something different and change her normal routine of dating macho guys who are just good looking rather than consider who they are emotionally and as deeper people. So Penny has been dating all these guys for so long, and it's not been working out because she ends up making the decision that it's because they're just good looking or whatever, they're handsome and macho, as she says in the episode, and she instead, because Leonard asks her out, decides to go with someone who's honest and smart and, choose someone who's more emotionally there instead of someone like a Mike, for example. The third tension is the openness versus closeness, and you can see this with Penny and Leonard and their reservations about dating each other. So Penny accepts Leonard's offer. After him not wanting to ask her at all, he does eventually ask her out. After this, both Leonard and Penny fear they don't want their friendship to end because their relationship as a couple doesn't end up working. Sheldon brings up the idea of Schrodinger's cat and instead opts for them to think of their potential romantic relationship in that sense and make a decision from there. So the idea of Schrodinger's cat is their relationship is the cat, so it's whether or not they decide to open the box, they can figure out, is the cat alive or dead? In this sense, is their romantic relationship going to work out or not, right? So he gives them that decision to make. The episode ends with Leonard finally opening up and showing that he wants to be in a relationship with her, and they go to dinner. This is an example of the idea of openness versus closedness, with Lenny and Pennard both not revealing about their potential issues with the relationship together, and they're not wanting to lose their friendship together. But after Leonard opens up and kisses Penny, they both open up and decide to go for it. The specific example of Leonard physically opening up with his feelings at the end of the episode when he kisses her is an example of him becoming open, and then they both end up saying yes and being open in their communication and their relationship. In conclusion, the conflict originates with Leonard and his feelings for Penny. He ends up asking Penny, and she says yes, but they both have reservations about their choice. At the end, using the ideas of Schrodinger's cat, they decide to be open with each other and give their romance a try after Leonard opens up to Penny with his feelings and kisses her. So those ideas of the dialectical tensions are all seen in examples throughout this episode of The Big Bang Theory. As always, here are my sources for the PowerPoint. Thank you very much, and have a good day.